You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now. I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2. We're going to talk about the UFC, more specifically fighter Jorge Masvidal. Now, we really like to cover the UFC when we can, but it's usually something that has to do with politics. In particular, Jorge Masvidal, Colby Covington, which we know they don't love each other anymore. But we're big fans of both of the guys. And they both are very much unapologetic Trump supporters, without a doubt. So is Dana White, the president of the UFC. Well, Jorge absolutely knows what the institutions of Cuba is like. So it pulls a lot more weight when you hear an analogy like he has given. I think that's absolutely where they're trying to take us, is a socialist country. And I think what happened to Trump the other day has a lot to do with that. I think it's got to do with J6. They're fishing around. And I said on Black and White Network, the political channel, that I believe the raid also has something to do with the fact that at this past CPAC, Trump was overwhelmingly the Republican favorite as voted by Republicans, by conservatives to run for president. I think Biden's administration got that back and was like, oh, DeSantis is not yet quite as close as we thought. And look, I think DeSantis is going to be a hell of a president, but this is Trump's time, okay? And so they got that back and they went, oh, it is going to be Trump running. And I think they flipped the switch and decided they had to try to go after him. I don't believe they're going to find a damn thing. I truly don't. And unless they leave something special themselves, let's put it that way. I don't trust anybody at the FBI anymore. Certainly don't trust anybody in office right now, it seems like. Bounding into sports. That's right. The guys have got a sports website now. UFC fighter Jorge Masvidal declares FBI raid on Donald Trump, quote, the tactics of Cuba and Venezuela. Yeah, good God, it's scary where we're going. Banana Republic. UFC welterweight contender Jorge Masvidal reacted to the FBI raid on President Donald Trump, declaring it's, quote, the tactics of Cuba and Venezuela. There's Jorge right there. President Donald Trump announced the FBI raid on his home in Florida to Truth Social. He wrote in a press statement, these are dark times for our nation as my beautiful home, Mar-a-Lago, in Palm Beach, Florida, is currently under siege, raided and occupied by large groups of FBI agents. Nothing like this has ever happened to a president of the United States before. It's appalling the way this was done. It's horrid. And by the way, they have solidified the Republican Party. And by Republican Party, I'm talking about the voters. I mean, look, all the leftists that thought they were going to get a bump out of Roe versus Wade, well, you just canceled that out because you brought us together like never before. Quote, after working and cooperating with relevant government agencies, this unannounced raid on my home was not necessarily necessary or appropriate. It is prosecutorial misconduct, weaponization of the justice system, amen, an attack by the radical left Democrats who desperately don't want me to run in 2024, especially based on recent polls. There you go. And who will likewise do anything to stop Republicans and conservatives in the upcoming midterm elections. Too bad, so sad. Quote, such an assault could only take place in broken third world countries. Sadly, America has now become one of those countries corrupt at a level not seen before. They even broke into my safe. What is the difference between this and Watergate? where operatives broke into the Democratic National Committee. Here in reverse, Democrats broke into the home of the 45th President of the United States. And we'll scroll on down a little bit so we can get to Jorge's comments. And he reacted by saying, "This is a sad day in the USA today. These are tactics of Cuba and Venezuela. No matter what side of the aisle you are on, this ain't right. Hashtag love USA." And look, like I said, he's got ties to Cuba, so he knows. And I don't know if anybody saw this yesterday, but just to play off that, a massive amount of Trump supporters showed up outside of Mar-a-Lago. Lawrence Jones from Fox News was out there to talk to him, and there was a lot of people. Just about everybody he talked to were of Cuban descent, and they all said the same thing, and this should be frightening. This is turning into Cuba under Fidel Castro. They said this is what Cuba is like. This is what's going on. This is what has always been going on in Cuba. They see it. They came here to get away from that. And now they're trying to stop it. Only Trump is going to be able to right this wrong and steer this ship back. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Jorge is unapologetically open about his Trump support. You don't get that out of sports very much. I don't know what it is about the UFC. I think it's got something to do with their fearless leader, Dana White, being so open, speaking at the RNC. Things that you don't see. And look, I'm going to call you out. Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell is pretty much known to have been a Republican. Jerry Jones, too. Where are you guys at places like the RNC? Why are you not speaking up in support of Trump? Jerry Jones refuses to do it. He's one of Trump's best friends. It is widely known. They talk weekly. But he remains quiet. Cur dog. You know? Good job, Jorge. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports 2 fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.